It had been a long journey just to get to this point, and with every step, the stakes were raised. The press wanted to gauge our confidence level. As I stepped away from the mic, I knew the next time we stepped onto the field would determine whether we kept going or vanished forever.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, and he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a Buccaneer first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Number 36.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Off the play fake, Klein. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got this down to the 35. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down now, it's Brewer. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 25. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Number 21.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
The ball carried by
it's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hamilton on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 12.
They run the counter. Brewer. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Klein. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Deron Payne able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This from 42 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers 3, Washington 0.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The 49-yard.
So, CD, the playoffs are here and all the excitement that goes along with the month of January. And for this offense, let's be frank, they really feel like they're the team to beat.
And they should feel that way. This team should be uber confident about their abilities to go on a big run here in the playoffs because, let's face it, this is one of the most talented teams in the league. They've assembled talent from the offseason, in the draft, during the season. They've brought in great parts to add to their team. Now it's time to see if they've grown together as a team, and are they more than just the sum of their parts? Are they finally a unit that can do some damage in the playoffs?
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Washington.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Watson off play action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Throwing on first down. Klein. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Off play action. Klein. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Klein. Over the middle, complete. It's Brewer. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 35. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Klein. Catch made. It's Moreau. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Klein. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chase Young gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Buccaneers 3.
Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off play action. Klein. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 3rd and long. Klein got his man complete over the middle. That's Brewer. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves. Not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon. Nowhere to go that time.
Joe Mixon.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just... And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein is going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 18 on
when you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Off the play fake. Klein looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
36 on the carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The tackle by
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Klein. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
the first down pass.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away. And Washington going to add on to their lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor? Is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Klein. A quick pass here to Godwin. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Mixon, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. It's Brewer. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Davion Taylor there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Klein. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Klein. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Klein out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Klein. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
To throw again, Klein. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Watson's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
And 3 yards to go.
From the gun, Klein. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on second down. Klein over the middle, complete. That's Brewer. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Klein. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Klein. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Third down.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Arizona Cardinals who are not done yet as they eliminate the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Bradley.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Watson now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58.
Mixon with it. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that is incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Gay's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
Buccaneers 17.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They run the counter. Brewer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Klein. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Klein. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 45-yard line. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, it's Brewer. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Past the 20. 10.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
34-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Operating from the gun. Klein. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Klein. Evans has it left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
It's a gain of 6. And a Buccaneer first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Klein got his man complete over the middle. That's Brewer. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 20-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Brewer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, Klein. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
44-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Klein. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Klein. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll run here with Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Right here, right here.
Mixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Joe Mixon.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs ready to take over once again.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down.
51, Mike. 51.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brewer. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Klein. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Watson. He's going to fire this thing deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 37.
15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 5-yard touchdown. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing to start the drive. Klein. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
26-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Klein. Catch made. It's Moreau.
The pass.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and 2, Klein. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll try and run for it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Klein. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Sternberger. 4 yards.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Klein. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Klein. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field
can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
36.
On first down, it's Brewer. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's go. Pick it up.
From the gun, Klein. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Klein. This is caught. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
We got 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brewer. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Klein. This will be caught at about the 5.
This is it.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in, just keep calling those pass plays.
It is good. Makes this Washington 65. Buccaneers 27.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the
a minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
On first down, Klein. And he'll find Moreau here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Operating from the gun, Klein. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to number 17.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This is taken at about the 14. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Back to Mixon on first down. Fights through, and now a crease. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
32-yard line.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go, D, get off the field. 45.
On 3rd down, McKinley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
Washington.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And goal to go.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.